Alright, it's super easy to do and build. We're going to go through a couple ground rules first that you want to do and not do when you make a farm with the shelves stacking them. It's going to be super nice and super easy. I'm going to show you the 3x3 here with the 1x3 starter and the 250 something seeds in here. 250 something seeds, very nice, very easy. Keep in mind, you cannot do more than 2 shelves if you only have 1 story for your farm, because the light needs to be up higher to hit some of those planters, as well as we are using a pancake layer here, so no one can pick our stuff through the roof, and we can actually have our planter boxes up there, and it's going to be very nice and very easy. We have like 10 large boxes here, medium battery, everything's powered by water catchers. We're not using a barrel because we want the full output of the combiner here. You can use a couple barrels if you want, but it's going to be very easy. And we have some other things to show you as well. In case one of these gets patched, we're going to have the super cube of loot with the salvage shelf stacking, as well as barrel stacking on those salvage shelves. And you can put a bunch of stuff on those bamboo half height shelves, including the full shelf on top of the half shelf, but you can't put anything on top of the half shelf, and you can't put a half shelf on top of a half shelf, so you can only put half shelf, full shelf, and that's it. And you can make a giant super cube in a 2x2 of loot out of it that you can't really get into unless you create a little maze of a crawling pathway through here to access everything. And then you can put these underwater as well. For I don't know what reason you can't put anything on them underwater, but you can put a bunch of deployables on top of them as well, just like a tier 2 beds, mixing tables, anything like that. Sleeping bag as well, which is a little concerning. Maybe there might be some stuff that we'll be doing with that, but it's going to be very easy, and we'll show you how to do it. Alright, first things first, with the planter pot and the bamboo shelves, you're just going to be able to place them very low on your planter boxes. Then you can just place one planter pot right here to line up the second one as low as it can go, and then you'll be able to place the other ones under it, and you can continue. Remember, you can only go too high if you have a floor here with your light, otherwise the light won't hit this top one up here. And then if the light is at 1.5 to hit all the floor as well, you can put them all the way up here. And I like to use the 1.5 floor on a full 2 walls, so you have this empty pancake layer up here, so you could put planter pots all the way up here, and then when you grow corn and everything, people won't be able to pick it on your roof. And you can do the same thing, of course, with triangle planters. And then obviously when you could full stack these as well, like this, for some crazy farms. And then as well with crazier farms, you can go ahead and put like them on both sides of your planter like this, with like a half wall, and then you would have lights coming down through the floor, just like that. And then you could also have planter pots all along here. By the way, so you could at least get like, you can get like 500 in like a 3x3, 500 seeds, and you can go crazy. And then we're just gonna do a little like 2x1s and 2x2s with these. All right, now once you have your barrels or whatever, whether it's the jungle barrels or the frontier barrels, the half height bamboo shelves are going to be perfect for like people who like to do the thing that looks like a normal 2x1 on the outside if you build it like in a cliff. But then you could have half walls like that, and you can put a bunch of bamboo shelves under there. So we can go ahead and do one of those over here so it looks better, and then we can go ahead and do like something like this. And then like that, you would have the oil refinery down here. And then you may be able to get that up through the floor like that. And then you go ahead and put your TC over here. Then you put your bamboo shelves like this. You put your barrels under there. I think those are sticking out too much. Those are definitely sticking out too much. Maybe bamboo shelves right there. Need to demolish that low wall. You want to put the second one first. That, and then you can put your barrels down in there. Then you can put your sleeping bags on here. Your tier 2. Okay, it's at the top for some reason. Your tier 2 right on there and do a nice normal 2x1. Put a shelf over here. And then just continue putting more barrels for your ultimate little mini 2x1. Need this one as a small box so you reach that oil refinery. We get a vertical one. That right there. Then we have, look at all of our boxes, and then we can put our 3 furnaces right here. And you could somehow fall in between the furnace and the thing, of course. And just like that, you would have your very nice, very easy, maybe put that double door and garage door first. Very nice 2x1 with the ridiculous amount of boxes and an oil refinery. Probably fit more down there. Was that like 10 large boxes and an oil refinery? Tier 2. Everything super nice and super easy.